Welcome to the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast, your home for all things football at Waldorf University, the best small college football experience in America. Hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson, from the secret gridiron bunker beneath Bolstorff Field. Did you know FCIS has been in business for over 40 years? They're licensed in most insurances nationwide and are recognized nationally as a leading RV insurer. FCIS is right here in Forest City and is locally owned, proud to support the Waldorf Warrior football team, and they are always there to cheer them on towards success on and off the gridiron. When you need a team to support yours, look to the professionals at FCIS. You can give them a call at 1-800-331-1520 and let them know you heard about them on the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. Now, let's meet the captains of today's podcast.
We're going to have Alexander, or Alex. Is that what you prefer?
Whichever one you want, man. I'm down for either, man.
All
Yeah,
right,
but you're the one that has to. What do you like?
Let's go with Alex, man. We're
Hey,
going to keep it
Alex.
simple.
Do you have a nickname other than Alexander or Alex?
Nah, man. It's pretty simple.
Nothing your mom called you?
Oh, you don't want to know when she was mad?
No, I do want to know.
Yeah, when
well,
she was-
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's go
especially
there.
when she's mad.
Oh, no, we all good. We don't need to know about that. My mom was all happy right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As long
Alex.
as mom's happy.
Yeah,
Alexander.
Alexander.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you're in trouble. Alexander.
Oh, well, no, her thing was in Spanish, so it was,
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. And we're going to
What
get
does
into...
that sound like? No. I've never
Deeper,
heard
scary.
Spanish.
Just
Mom yelling in Spanish.
think of a short Mexican woman.
All right.
Yeah. I love it. Very good.
So, we have Alexander today from El Cajon, California. And across the table from
El
me is...
Cajon.
Yeah. San Diego, baby.
Yeah, it's a
San Diego.
northeastern suburb of San Diego. And Alex, can you tell me what El Cajon means in English?
Really
Does
don't
it mean
to.
the Cajon?
You got it. It is, man.
What's the Cajon? I think what I think it is and what it probably is not the same thing.
I think we all have an idea what it is.
Right?
We just don't want to say.
Well, no, I think I looked at an unnamed
Can you
internet
call your
source.
mom and have her tell us what did you say it is? It means the.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't habla español.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It means
It's the drawer or drawer. I don't know. Drawer,
The
drawer?
drawer?
The drawer. So it's the drawer of
Yeah,
California.
a lot of cities are just named after furniture, man. It's,
just
there it is. La
Furniture.
they
Mesa,
just had like a.
La Mesa table.
That is true.
Yeah.
They just had like
I
a
didn't
big
think of that.
furniture movement there.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, also
The
across
drawer.
the table from me, as I was saying earlier before I interrupted myself, is Kade Kloster-Hodak. Kade hails from Mason City, Iowa, not too far away from Forest City,
I
Iowa.
was just there
so-
last night.
Did you go to the Target?
I did not go to Target. I was at the high school and observing the track meet that had been rescheduled for the high school. So
About
I
the
was
fifth time it
watching
got
that.
rescheduled,
Yeah, I've been getting canceled.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit of construction going on over there, by the way. The school is doing something big.
yeah, big indoor facility going in there. So,
Big indoor facility.
yep, new pool and like weight room and track and stuff, and some courts.
Indoor pool. Did you have that when you were in high school?
There was always one in the middle school, but
John Adams.
it was
Adams.
pretty restricted to
Yeah, were you
just
on
the
the
swimming
swim
team.
team?
I was
Just-
not.
They were the only ones that could go.
I played hockey during the winter.
I know, I saw that.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, he's a hockey guy. He's
That's
a track and
the-
field
Heck,
guy,
yeah.
too.
That's very good.
Alex,
Very
what-
stinky. That's stinkier than football.
What?
Hockey?
Oh, I thought you were talking about swimming. My brain
mean,
went there.
Wouldn't you say the smell of
Yeah, if
the
you,
cold ice and the apparently never been washed hockey equipment that gets to be pretty rank.
yeah, you just got to spray them down a lot,
Yeah.
let them hang.
Yeah.
And your gloves. I mean, I think your hands just smell like your gloves up until the end of hockey season. Give it a few days and some change for it to go away, but.
Wow.
You know, maybe we could take some time, whether tonight or another time, we could talk about possibly ranking the smelliest athletic activities.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, obviously, hockey,
Yeah.
wrestling would be right up there.
I mean, I
I don't know.
guess it depends on the person that you're wrestling for sure. But I mean, football equipment, if hanging can get pretty tough.
Locker
But
room's
I
kinda
think
funky.
that the hockey equipment takes the cake in my experience with the smelling of equipment?
Do hockey locker rooms smell as bad as a football locker room?
I've never been inside.
I think if you've seen the Febreze commercial where you get nose blind to it, you just definitely get nose blind to it. Walking in there every day.
Don't notice.
Yeah.
Kind of like a farrowing house.
But then, like your parents come stand next to you in your gear, and they're like, "Wow."
Oh yeah. So proud of you. I'm just gonna go stand over here.
Yeah.
That's why I have your picture on this pin. I don't have to actually stand by you. People just know I'm associated that way.
Real quick pictures after the games.
Did you know that under Mason City High School gym? Speaking of, like, we say, we're broadcasting from the secret underground bunker at Bolstorff Field.
We are.
That the gym at Mason City High School has a basement.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
It's huge down there.
Yeah, it's huge.
I already know.
We go down there when there were storms, like during our football games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bat cave down there. It's crazy.
Like dirt floors and stuff, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird.
What were you going to say, Alex?
Nah, I already know supernatural stuff go on in that basement. I'm good. Kodak.
Ooh.
I already know the
Mason
spooky
City's
stuff.
like, that's a secret.
Exactly. Okay, they're coming for you now.
Yeah, there's gonna be hundreds of people.
I mean, I didn't know until I was a
Hundreds
senior.
of downloads are going to get on the one guy in the Russian Federation. I don't know who that person is. First down.
Steel Canyon High School. You were a Cougar back in the day. That's a charter school in Spring Valley, California. You wore number 3 for the football team when you're out there. Were you in any other sports?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, track usually because all high school football coaches say,
Yeah.
if you want to play football, you got to run track. So I did that at Steel Canyon, which was my second high school, and then I also ran track and played football at my first high school,
What was your first high school?
Helix Charter High School.
And you played them, didn't you? Yeah, you played Helix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same conference, same
Look
everything.
who's back.
And
Exactly.
Helix,
Yeah.
like, how did we name high schools in California? There's so many of them that you just got to say, I don't know, what do you think about Helix?
Well, that's a charter school.
Yeah.
So they named it after something genome related.
Yeah, Steel Canyon's the sister school of Helix, so just the two
Okay.
charter schools in the area.
What did you run in track?
I barely ran. But when I did the 100. I did jumps. I tried to get out of doing a sprint practice one day, so I did hurdles. So I just thought that would get me out of running, but my coach ended up putting me in a hurdle in the
That
300.
is the punishment, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't win for sure.
So when you were in high school, your huddle profile had you running a 40 at 4.7.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
That's pretty quick.
I think I could do that.
Probably can.
Maybe today. Maybe when we're done here, we go out in the street and we can
I
run.
don't know. I'm wearing the wrong shoes for
Oh,
today.
I got boots on. I'm good.
Yeah.
But then you also said that you were benching 240 and squatted 405. There was some cleans and stuff in there. But where are we at today? What do you think your 40 time is?
I'm
3.8.
I'm a lie, but it's also the truth. So take it. Probably we're probably breaking records, man. I'm just
And where are you benching?
4 flat.
Where are you benching?
We maxed out yesterday. I hit 315.
315. Yeah, that's an increase.
75 pound.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, I
Proud
put
of
on
it.
75 pounds in the last couple of years too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your squat, where you at?
Squat. Yesterday we got around 4. I'll say 405, 410 still.
That's great.
Nothing crazy.
So then after high school, you traveled to, looks like Nebraska. Is that correct?
Yep.
Hastings College. Tell me how a young man from probably, from what I've heard, is the best climate in the United States,
Most
San Diego
definitely.
area. Yeah, it's similar to here. How do you end up? What's the connection between Hastings, Nebraska, and El Cajon, California? Besides you,
Well, it was just going in my senior year. I was just trying to get offers. So on Twitter, I was just emailing coaches left and right, copy and pasting my huddle, having the same sentence, just resetting it out. And then the head coach at the time, Coach Harper at Hastings, he reached back to me. He said, I loved your film. We'd love to get you out for a visit. And then at the time, it seemed like the really good fit for me. So committed, went out to Nebraska for a year and a half.
nice. What'd you think of Nebraska?
It's similar to Iowa. I mean, Nebraska is very flat though in terms of the land. So if you're driving through there, it's boring to drive through. So, but
Without a doubt.
really cold,
Right.
freezing.
Oh, for sure.
The
You
weather's
said a lot
crazy.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right in the middle of the state, though, Hastings. So you got
Exactly.
that going on.
Yeah.
You
So
got, like, to get there either direction, any direction. You're just like, well,
Yeah.
Might as well stop here halfway and
Let's call it Hastings.
call it Hastings. We're hastily moving to the other half.
Yeah. So then talk a little bit about how you make the transition from Hastings into to Waldorf University.
So when I decided to originally transfer, it was middle of my sophomore year during break. I had a financial situation.
Yep.
And unfortunately, for me, my family, just Hastings was no longer just the best fit for me.
Sure.
Waldorf was recruiting me out of high school. I knew a coach that I was coaching here. He's no longer here. But then I emailed the DB coach, Coach Chapa, told him I already knew a player here also, so the connection was already here. Told
Who's
Chapa, Jacob Ray.
Oh, yeah.
He was my
Jay Ray.
roommate. We played together in high school.
Yeah.
Knew that boy since 8th grade. So
Really?
Yeah.
And here you are.
here,
Nice. So I see you're wearing a Raiders hat for those of you that can't see the camera.
Yeah, have a good taste.
All of us. No Chargers.
Heck no, can't do it.
Okay. All right.
I
I assumed that a kid from the San Diego area would be a big Bolts fan. But
I wasn't born in San. I was raised in San Diego. I wasn't born in San Diego.
where were you born?
I moved all over. I was born in Maryland, but military family, so I moved around.
That sounds like, was it Navy or where were you?
My dad was in the Marine Corps for 19 years, but my mom was in the Army and the Navy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Raised by a Marine.
That's it.
That had to have been interesting.
I mean,
Was he a drill instructor?
Oh no, he was intel.
Oh, Marine Intel.
Yeah, he's a smart man.
I'm
That's
not
where I get
going
it
to
from.
say
man.
anything because
I don't want the
That's
Marines
great.
mad at me. I mean, I wouldn't say anything bad about the Marines anyway. But about the
well,
time you
I've
try
got
to go,
lots to say about Marines.
No.
26 years in the Army, I can say whatever I want, but I won't because I love them.
well, you have to love the Marines for one thing. But another thing is that if you make a Marine angry,
Yeah.
woe to you, my friend.
Well, I don't know. You know
Said
who
the
always,
Army
it seems
guy.
like
Hey,
the
you're-
Navy people are always the ones that want to get in a fight. The Marines are always fairly laid back. Or it seems they're not. That's not true.
Train killers.
Yeah, but the Navy always is trying to, hey, you want to fight? No. Get back on your boat. It's not a boat, it's a ship.
It's a
You know how it
18-foot
is.
Lumacraft, I'll bet.
Great. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That probably added a lot to your growing up discipline and a few other things.
Most definitely. I mean, he gave me I wouldn't be the man I am today without what he did. He instilled discipline in me, characteristics that a kid at like how young I was really wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Always showing up to. The saying was, if you're earlier on time, if you're on time, you're late. So that was something
Right.
I really prided myself on.
And mom, too.
Oh, mom, most definitely.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, they both did their best. No matter which day we moved around, they both helped me out, whether it's sports or school.
Nice.
It's all to them. So
That's good. Good for you. We'll talk a little bit more about your family here in just a few moments.
Yeah.
I'm going to move over to Cade.
Yeah, he's just standing over here.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a
I'm sorry,
sandwich.
Kodiak.
He's looks like I got a lot to
I'm sorry,
say
what did you just call him?
about the
Kodiak.
Kodiak?
Oh yeah.
Oh, 'cause he's a big bear.
Oh no. I forget.
There's
I don't know where I got it from because his name's Kodak. So I was like, "What's up, Kodiak?"
Oh, yeah.
You just throw an I in there and it makes
yeah, I'm
sense.
saying you
Yeah,
make up stuff,
absolutely.
it works. I'm saying.
Yeah, so Cade wears number 76 for our Warriors. Again, out of Mason City. Last year, second team all-conference.
Yep. It felt good. It wasn't where I wanted to be, but
Yeah. Now, we asked when Nico Marasco was in high school, he was like the most valuable defensive player. He got a certificate for that. Did you get a certificate for being second team all-conference in the NSAA?
I actually just got it today.
Ooh. All right. So where are we going to put that?
What?
Is Mom going to put it on the fridge?
I don't think it'll go on the fridge, but
Okay. Scrapbook maybe?
somewhere like that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's good. So,
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
that's fantastic. And I can see that we're going to be standing around greatness when we have these guys in next year. It'll be like they'll have medals.
Yeah. Well, they ought to have medals. We
Medals
talked
and
about
rings.
that from the beginning. These certificates are good, but there's nothing quite as magnificent as showing up to, say, I don't know, the dining facility at 6 o'clock and wearing a band of medals around your neck that says, look at all the things I've accomplished. I think that your classmates here at Waldorf would appreciate that.
I'd rather have a ring on my finger, but
A ring,
Yeah,
yes.
and that's the goal.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
That is the goal.
Ring and medals. These guys are all blinged out, and
So
those medals don't matter unless we all got a ring. So
unless they're from San Dimas, but we talked about that last
well,
week.
that's a whole nother
Completely
thing.
different deal. Yeah.
I really hope Nico watched the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure after we admonished him last week.
Yeah.
So, Cade, you You had some success at Mason City High School. Obviously, you said you played hockey. You did pretty well in track and field too, I see. I looked up some records today, and you were number 10 all time at the Mason City High School for the shot put, 40 feet 4.5 inches, and number 8 all time in the disc at 125 feet 6 inches. Now, one of your brothers in arms up there, one of the pigs on the line, Logan Miller, we talked to him last week, and Logan, I think Logan, like he said, his best throw was like 45, 43,
Yeah.
something like that.
And when you get Erdman on there too, he was a good thrower.
Okay.
I was pretty average. I did it to keep in shape and keep on my toes.
Yeah. And then after the football season, 2019 Shrine Bowl, which to Alex, he's thinking Shrine Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
For high school outstanding athletes, they go down and play. Did you play in the Dome?
Yeah, that's in the Dome.
Yeah, you played at the Unidome in Cedar Falls, and you were on Shrine Bowl with there was probably a lot of folk around in those days.
Pretty. What do you mean by that?
Well, like I saw that a former player here at Waldorf, Tucker Cruzy, was on that
Yep,
team.
he was on my team. And then Reagan Frankel, who used to play here, was also on our team.
Was that, I mean, how was that experience where you had a couple boys that played in the Shrine Bowl and they thought it was just a fantastic experience?
It is amazing. I mean, you meet a bunch of good football players and meeting all those kids, and like you just make their whole year doing that when you get to meet them, and they really change you too.
Yeah, for sure. That's something that, that's what happens. They go down, they have a big dinner the night before the game, and they have usually some speakers, and it's unique because they're Shriners. I once had somebody tell me, who was a Mason, that there are 3 types of Masons. There's, I don't know, the York Rites people, and then the other one, I don't know, I'm not a Mason, right? And then and one is like religious, and one is more like
Secular.
political, secular type thing. And then he said, I'm like, well, that sounds like me. Like, what do you think I would be? And he's like, I think you kind of more like a Shriner.
Yeah.
They're the frat boys of the Masons, I guess, and I think that they get to drive in their cool little cars.
Yeah.
I got some family that are in the Shriners, so
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So careful what you say.
No, I love them. I love them. They do great.
Look at the size of them.
They're the only ones I see doing anything.
That's
I don't know
true.
what the other guys
Everybody
are doing.
else, driving
just being
fire
secretive
trucks
and stuff like that. Drawing little pyramids everywhere. And I don't know. The Shriners are driving around fixing children's legs.
Second down.
So, Kade, you had some success when you were at Mason City High School, but the team struggled a little bit. Did I take that?
And you took that straightforward, yeah. Unfortunately, we went winless my senior year, but I mean, the group of guys we had, it was. I mean, you can't beat playing high school football. I mean, yeah, I didn't win a football game, but we played some really good teams in the 4A level, and our district was pretty stacked, and we were actually the second hardest schedule strength in the state.
Yep.
But, I mean, I couldn't beat those guys that I played with, and I still keep in touch with most of them. So
I found a quote that was directed toward you from 2018 out of a local newspaper not too far to our east. And you'll forgive me, but this is actually a compliment to you. It says, Kloster-Hodak, a first-team all-district selection in Class 4A District 6, did a good job of controlling whatever defensive lineman came after him in 2018. Not much can be said about the Mohawks' offensive production, but Kloster-Hodak was part of an offensive line that kept it from being much worse.
is that from the all-area team article?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah, my good buddy was also on there, and they pretty much said the same thing. But, yeah, we were really big up front that year, and we had our fair share of fun putting guys on their backs.
Yeah.
I like that. And so I can tell that you're a history major.
So I'm an education major, but I'm going to be a history
people,
teacher.
man.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, that's what you got to do.
We had a lot of fun playing football, and hockey was really fun for me too. Especially my junior year, we went to the state championship that year.
Nice. How'd we do? Did we runner up?
Yeah, runner up.
Okay, who'd we lose to?
Sioux City, who went on to win the national championship. So.
Because that's more of a club thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's part of the Midwest High School Hockey League. So we got teams from like Omaha, Kansas City, Fremont, Nebraska, stuff like that. So it's not just Iowa.
Back to Nebraska.
Don't need to talk about it, man.
We already did that.
Yeah, we're past.
So, Alex, what else? I mean, you said you ran track in high school and things like that. What are some other things? I mean, I got to be honest. When I'll sit there and I'll start pouring over, trying to do a little bit of research on you guys, and it's easy to find somebody local here because the my IP address is local, so I start typing in stuff into some unnamed internet source, and it's going to say, well, this guy's in Lake Mills, Iowa, or this guy's in, Mason City, Iowa. And so it's really easy to find results. Now, when I was trying to look you up, I found your Huddle profile and things like that. But what are some of the things that stood out to you when you were in high school?
Well, biggest one, besides track and playing all sports, one of my favorite memories I gotta say was playing rugby my senior year.
Rugby.
Yeah, that's a big West Coast thing now.
What'd you break?
Nothing. I broke people.
Hey. And that probably set you up pretty well for doing what you do here at Waldorf, too.
I like to say so.
Yeah.
Rugby's fun, I finally had a chance to score. Never something I got to say in high school, so
yeah,
it was definitely a different experience.
Right.
Having the ball in my hands.
Now,
Must be nice.
I don't do it anymore, man. I'm living in the past.
these guys know and Troy knows I'm around the program just a little bit, and you guys know that obviously. But it's one of those things is that what's really nice about tonight and having Alex here is that I don't think I've ever seen him smile. He's an extremely serious individual.
Is that right?
Well, when he's on the field, practice or whatever else, it's game time, isn't it, for you?
Oh, practice. You're gonna have to talk to my coaches this spring. I was very talkative. I'd like to say. I danced a lot. I was all over the place.
Well, see, a lot of guys dance out there. That's probably why I didn't see it.
I'm just trying to keep a high spirits.
So you got the moves on. I mean, who is the best dancer on the team, guys?
You're looking at him.
Alex
Wow.
Atherton.
No,
All
I'm
right.
kidding.
That's a medal.
Sorry, Alex. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Might give it to Dom.
Yeah, probably
Dom's
Dom.
pretty good.
Dom's always out there dancing,
Yeah.
isn't he? Yeah, that's true.
Dom gets his groove on a lot.
Yeah, especially during practices, they play music that I personally love. I don't know what they're playing.
You don't know what?
I don't know the words.
But that's good because I've noticed that it seems like whether it's the weight room or the over the PA, the selection of the music, the football team does a pretty good job. It seems like you play the songs that the players want to hear. Sometimes you hear the songs that the coaches had from their high school playing days, and so there's just a lot of, and that's how most weight rooms seem to be.
Yeah.
Just the same. Guns N' Roses is great, but they can kind of pinpoint their location in history pretty easy by the music they're insisting to be played.
So okay, let's talk about me. The hype song is "Enter Sandman," is what you guys come onto the field. Is that the song you guys want? What song would we play?
I think it's great. I don't know. But I like kind of music like that.
You like Metallica?
Yeah.
I like all music pretty much, but when I'm coming into a game, the music is really what I listen to.
Yeah.
I really just like to get in my own head. So I kind of zone stuff out and just.
You probably listen to this podcast. Get all jacked up.
How did you know?
I know. Well, I can read minds. I'm a cleric.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. So you are in the zone. You're in the zone. Both of you in the zone the whole game. Do you hear your parents, your friends, when they cheer? Do you hear their voice at all? I would always try to make my kids hear me, and they said, "I didn't hear you."
So personally, playing center, it's weird. I completely black out besides what I'm hearing from Coop behind me or my other guys up front. I couldn't tell you any about the fans really, or the music maybe between plays. I don't even know if we do that, but you kind of just, I black it all out. Just really stay focused in your own head.
Yeah. Well, you're at a pretty key point in that spot, and that's good that you're not too wrapped around the axles about what I'm saying up in the PA or what is being said down in the stands, and that's good.
There's a couple fans that like to yell.
Yeah.
Don't they?
I've heard. Yeah.
That's good though. We always, I always try to get people's attention,
And the music at practice helps with that actually, because if you can hear past that and really focusing on a voice, it's just going to be that much easier on game day.
Yeah. So game day prep, what do you guys do?
On Fridays or?
Just okay.
Or
Saturday
Saturdays?
home game. You got to be in the locker room at say 11:30, and game kickoff at 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like that. What's your process? What do you guys go through?
Get up, we have team meal.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's everybody. I mean, like the rest of my day, I don't really talk to many people. I kind of get into a dark place, I would call it. I mean, my job is to move people from point A to point B. So I get into just a zone. I don't want to talk to many people. Maybe if my parents are on, I'll go say hi or call them. But I just get into the locker room, get ready for our meetings, and put my headphones in and just, I don't know. Probably not the greatest thoughts are going through my head, but I just get deep into a zone where I'm going to look across the line. And
So Enter Sandman is perfect for you.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
So, Alec, what do? You eat like raw meat for a while, getting ready to kill on the defensive side of the ball?
Nah, I'm a big fan of waking up early. I don't know why. It's just
Really? You're the one. Okay.
yeah. I'm not waking up at no like 4 o'clock, but I'll wake up like a cool hour before team breakfast. Just get my. It's just something I just don't like feeling like I'm rushing or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up, take a shower, get ready. After we got team breakfast, either head straight over to the locker room or Bowman because we do the Warrior Walk.
Yeah.
But once I get to the locker room, put my headphones in, relax, get all my gear laid out. Mm-hmm. So that way I got everything long before me, get my head in the zone. But then I'll start letting loose a little bit because I noticed that if I start getting all serious, intense stuff, that's when I don't play my best. Okay. So I'll start cracking jokes, having fun.
That's good.
That's
so
a
two
good
different avenues. Yeah. Very serious and withdrawn and thinking dark thoughts and lighten it up and start to have fun and know that you're going to get out there and put hats on people.
Well, different mindsets, though, for different parts of the field, really. I mean, what you're doing on defense and what you're scanning and looking for and what you're doing at the center of the offensive line is, two different things. So you just, you're the cornerstone of that whole program on the line. So that's a different, you probably do have to stay in a dungeon of the mind a little bit there. How is it so that in most sports, in every sport, I guess, you would have some sort of pregame ritual that every athlete will say this is what we do, and there is that thing. But with football particularly, it seems to be not just that you have pregame rituals, but in and of itself it has a ritual aspect because it's just once a week. And basketball might be 2, 3, 4 times a week. Baseball's as many times as you can squeeze in. Same thing with a lot of the other sports, including soccer in the fall and whatnot. So in football, you get one time once a week, and you get 11 games this coming season. Each one is its own event, and that's true for any sport. Every game is an event, but this is like, hey, this is what we've been working for all week. Everything is on this Saturday. And how does that feel coming from just this last couple of years and what you're looking forward to as you come into this next season? What's that feeling mean to you?
I mean, it feels good because having 1 week, whether, you win or lose a game, you have, as soon as Saturday's done and you get to Sunday morning, it should be out of your mind. Mm-hmm. You can't dwell on the past because that's what's going to set up your mistakes for the future. So once we get to that next Monday, we get our scouting report. We know we got a whole new enemy that we could take our anger out on. Mm-hmm. So if you got another sport where you got games back to back or something, I feel like that mindset just kind of all bundles up to where you could be conflicted about a game yesterday, but oops, you got to play a different team today or the same team. So where that emotion carries over. But with football, once that game's over Saturday, boom, you're on to the next opponent, on the next one. So you get time to get your mindset in. Like for this opponent this week, where we're going all out on them, and then just repeat.
Yeah,
right. The big mindset on the team is 24 hours. You're going to come back Sunday, you're going to watch video, take notes, and what you need to get better at for the next week, and then you're going to wash it because, like you said, Monday, scouting report for the next opponent. So 24-hour rule.
Does it matter who you're looking at for the next game too? I mean, it's obviously you come in, but I'm thinking rivalries. There's been some teams mentioned that have had Waldorf's number the last couple of years, and I know you guys get up for it. Who's the teams that you can't wait to get onto the gridiron this upcoming fall?
Valley City and Dickinson State.
100%.
So, presentation.
They can get it too. I mean,
I think
Whichever team on our schedule.
anybody that we come to play this year, there's a whole different mindset on the team right now.
They're in for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in for it. So
The train's on the tracks. So.
and it seems that Dickinson State and Valley City are kind of the top of the list for everybody. There's some payback. They lost some key people. We've got some key guys back on offense, and we're just reloading for the defense. There's a few guys that stepped out, and you've got somebody like Alex to step in. Man, I'll tell you what, we're deep as far as some significant talent here at Waldorf. But is there any other teams in the conference that we look at besides Dickinson and Valley City State that kind of get you going?
Dakota State.
Yeah.
Especially the last 2 years playing them close at home. I think we've had, 2 game-winning field goals.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Slater.
Yeah.
And that was always been a big one because
absolutely
they come in with nothing to lose. And they're the closest team, too, in our conference, I believe. Yeah. So, kind of like a little hometown rivalry. We don't got to get on the bus for a day,
Yeah, all right. Yeah, those road trips are they're killer.
Brutal.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the nature of the beast. We're in a conference that's pretty well spread out. We got to drive up to Dickinson, and as the former head coach here, Josh Littrell, said, Eastern Montana.
Yeah, you do hit the time change up there.
Yeah, right. And I think they're still knee deep in snow up there. So.
What they get in North Dakota a few weeks ago was that 30 inches, saying the blizzard of the century or whatever.
That's what I heard. I heard it's been bad up there.
Yeah, well, thank God you're here. And thank God for us that you guys are here, which is pretty awesome. So let's switch gears a little bit, and we'll start with Alex. And let's talk a little bit about personal life. Talk about your family. Who we got?
Well, right now I'm living with my dad. We moved out of San Diego about a year ago. Mm-hmm. So we're living a little bit outside of Phoenix. And, so it's been cool. Just me and him and my dog, Apollo. Gotta give a shout out to that man.
What kind of dog is Apollo?
It's a bulldog.
Like a English bulldog?
Yeah.
Nice.
How did you come about the name Apollo?
It was just me and my dad driving one day because we were just contemplating names, and when I was a kid, I was super into the Percy Jackson books. I'm gonna be honest about it.
That's all right.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool. You read it.
Yeah, I'm educated. You know what?
Yeah.
But
Reading is good.
Dummy.
Yeah, so I was I was just said one day, I was like, all right, what about the name Apollo? He was like, I like it. Apollo Creed too. So you got
right.
Yeah, you got two facets you can pick from. So
Rocky beat him.
Yeah. Is he the only Apollo? Because it's also a space program, and you could just continue to have Apollos for quite some time. Just name
You
them.
could have started back with Mercury and then Gemini and
There
then
you go.
All
the way
Apollo.
back. Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not going to touch the shuttle missions.
No,
yeah,
just stay away from
I say right now we'll just keep it with Creed. We'll just
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just stop at Apollo 11 and everything is fine.
there we go.
Any siblings?
Yeah, I got 4. I got 2 older brothers and I got 2 younger sisters.
So you're stuck in the middle.
Yeah,
So-
we're all half siblings, but there's some of my brothers and sisters.
hell yeah.
But so the 2 brothers and 1 younger sister's on my dad's side, and I got a younger sister on my mom's side.
All right.
So we're just
So you got 2 to look after and 2 to beat the snot out of you.
yeah.
All right. How'd that go?
It was cool. I didn't really get to live with them growing up.
Okay.
My brothers lived with their mom.
Yep.
I was with my dad, obviously, and then same with my little sister.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up living with my mom, who lives in Yuma, Arizona, also.
Yep.
So it was visits, but every time we get together, it was time hasn't changed. Or
Yeah,
nothing.
that's
So
great.
just get together, have fun.
So does your family ever make it out for any games?
Oh yeah, my dad makes sure to. My dad, he always planned to coming out to games. Ever since I was at Hastings in high school, my mom too. For her, it's a little bit more difficult with her work.
Yeah.
So when she comes out to games, it's really nice, but they always make sure to come out to at least one.
That's fantastic. And that's a haul.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So have you driven it?
Oh yeah. When I was a freshman, I drove out to Nebraska from California. Terrible drive. Hated every second of it. And then last spring, I had my car out here, so I drove that back to Arizona about 23 hours. Equally as terrible. So
Yeah.
that's when I decided I'm gonna just
That
leave the
ain't-
car out
About 45 minutes for you? Is that what it is?
I give it a good 30.
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I'm all good. Yeah.
So yeah, what are your folks' names?
Oh, my mom's name is Monica, and my dad's name is Charles.
Monica and Charles.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those nice names. Mm-hmm. I like those. That's a good name.
It's like a soap opera name.
I was thinking more sitcom.
Yeah.
Monica. Yes, Charles.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Go in and.
You don't have. So you're only you're over in Mason City. I suppose your folks come to the game quite a bit.
Yep, every game. My
It'd be
mom.
terrible if they did. Like they've never actually they've never come.
It might snow this afternoon. I can't make it. Sorry, Kade.
No, rain, sleet or shine, they're always there.
Yes, they are.
Your folks. What are the names?
My mom's name is Heather, and I have a sister over there named Sophia. She's 14. And on my dad's side, my dad's name's Frank. My stepmom's name's Sarah, and I have a little brother, Rogan. He's only 5.
Rogan.
He's probably my biggest fan, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, can't help but notice I travel a lot between the Denny Jerome Athletic Center and the field on game day, and there's a license plate that's really kind of difficult not to pay attention to. LUV 76, Love 76. Whose is that?
That would be my mom's license plate.
That's nice.
Yep.
Aw, Mom.
I know it.
There it is.
Yeah, so what happens after you graduate? And, who knows?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. Because when I graduate, my sister only have 2 years left of school, and whatever her future brings. But my mom just went everywhere, and everything. Like it was my birthday the other day, and the cookie cake she got me said 76 on it and everything. So she really embraces that.
Yeah, so, in the state of Iowa, as I'm sure you well know, you can have 7 characters on your license plate. So maybe we could suggest to your mom, Love Kade. LUVKAD. Love Kade.
Yeah, and the other kids can just take a hike.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how do your siblings feel about that? I suppose.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
no, I'm sure she'll add on to it when my sister gets up there playing.
Third down. Make some noise. Well, Kade, so we did ask, we got a little bit about, why Alex came to Waldorf. Why did you choose Waldorf and the program here?
It was, I came in the Littrell era, so that guy really made you want to run through brick walls. That was a huge thing for me. And Coach Rourke was also here, and it's close enough to home where it's not a burden for me to go home, but I'm far enough away where I feel independent. I don't have to go home all the time. My parents can always, all my family always comes to my games, stuff like that. I thought that was huge, and it's good football here. I mean. And I had a lot of fun on my visit, just had a great experience, and that really is what brought me in here. Just the small school aspect, everybody knows everybody, good football, and I can always have my family at my games. I just really like the environment here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever taken Alex home?
I have not.
Man, got to experience.
Yeah,
We'll get some home cooking.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Dude. What's up?
Sorry, put me on the spot.
Listen,
exactly.
I didn't want to bring it up here, but there's some things we got to work out. Get in the car. We're going to go 30 minutes. We're going to go see M-Town and see what that's all about.
Yeah, there's a lot about that town. I tell you.
Yeah. Well, so if so that's great. You do bring guys back home. They don't have a place to go on break or something like that, or a long weekend. That's awesome. That's the family experience. And mom's, she's like, that's cool. Bring them home.
Yeah, both my parents are split, but both of my houses are always welcome.
Yeah,
I've always, and I love giving people rides to the airport and stuff like that. Let them come home for a night and take them up to Minneapolis.
I'll remember that if I need a ride to the airport.
You
Hey, Kade, what are you doing, buddy?
Wasn't quite what I meant, but I guess
I
I
have
need a
to
ride.
teach today, Coach. Well, I mean, come on. What's 8 hours?
I want to know, what are those hobbies?
I'm a big outdoorsman. Love to hunt and fish.
We know you're a big guy.
He's big.
You're also a big guy.
He's not lying. He's a
big
large
guy.
man.
Just big outdoorsman. Love to duck, goose, deer, turkey hunt, all that good stuff, and love to get out fishing in the summer when I can.
Oh, you
And even in the winter, you'll catch me out on Clear Lake.
There we go.
On the ice and stuff.
Have you ever caught a walleye?
I have caught a walleye.
Have you caught more than one?
Yes.
Oh, it's a shame.
Good for you.
Has one of you guys only caught one walleye?
Yeah,
ever,
me.
or-
Yeah, I've only caught one walleye.
He just hit a sore spot.
Nah, it's funny. Actually.
no,
It's
yeah, we're gonna
and it
rub
wasn't even a
salt
good
right in
wallet.
there.
It was like a little baby wallet. I had to put it back.
Hey, we're so proud of you.
I know. It's a really,
Don't be.
really
Still
sad,
Better
sad
than zero.
scenario.
So,
But
Alex-
that's right. It was 0 for a long time. It's like if you get a hole in one, at least you get one.
Yeah.
I've done that too.
You know, well, I haven't done that either. But
So Alex, what do you do for when you're not thinking about shedding blood on the football field?
Well, when I'm with my Theo in Arizona, we like go hunting. He's a big outdoorsman as well, so that's my connection. Like their season, we'll go fish in the morning. Wake up at like 4 a.m. Go hunt for coyotes or something.
And that's out in Arizona.
Yeah,
I thought you didn't wake up at 4 a.m.
for that.
Well,
I
for,
will.
but for
hunting and
coyotes.
fishing, I mean,
Yeah.
you know that.
I mean, he'll wake me up and then I'll go. Just
yeah.
if I sleep through the alarm, I guess I'm not getting up.
What do we fish for out in Arizona?
Whatever there is, I'm not really sure on specifics. Just nothing crazy. Like
No.
I know I always miss because obviously we go in the summer, but there's spots where you can get cat. It just depends which area you go in.
Yeah.
You know, you go to dams or lakes or anything, but I know he's always catching some catfish or something or just nothing crazy. But that's that's what I'm trying to get.
what do you like to, Kade? Do you like to hunt? You mentioned the different types of game birds. What's your favorite one?
I'm a big turkey hunter.
Yeah, they got it coming, don't they?
It is that time of year too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finals next week.
So that was almost the national bird.
Yep, I do.
A history major, of course he knows that.
Of course. I mean, come on, you got to bring something else to the table than the old Ben Franklin turkey suggestion. Good Lord.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
As soon as finals are done next week,
I feel like that's a bird that I could really,
hoping to get out there.
I don't hunt, but if I did, I feel like I could get behind the turkey situation.
It's
it seems
a
like a substantial
very
animal.
hit one in your car.
very fast type of hunting. I mean, you start calling them, and when they come in, they come in a blazing right into your decoys. I mean, I've had them at 5 yards before, and it's the biggest adrenaline rush I've ever gotten. Yeah,
You're just suddenly surrounded by turkeys.
Yep.
I got scared for a moment.
They're plotting.
They're organized.
they are. I mean, they got big spurs and stuff. They'll get you.
They will, yeah. Alex, what's your preferred
Meanwhile,
game?
back in California.
What do you like to chase?
Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle always takes me out to a spot out where it's like this mound, and if you catch them on a good day, there would be like 5 or 6 of them out there. So
Yeah.
it's always good. I never gotten drawn for like deer or elk or anything or boar because by the time they have those seasons out there, I'm in school.
Yeah.
So whenever I get to go back home, it's either quail, dove, duck, or coyotes. Those are like the big things that you can go all year round.
You
on.
dove hunt before?
Yeah,
They fly 1,000 miles an hour, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're small.
they're small. Yeah.
They're very small.
I know. I don't have good eyes either, so it's a stressful
You
situation.
don't then glasses or?
Oh no, I got contacts in.
Oh, okay.
But you catch me in the morning, I'm forgetting everything. So we're just gonna let Jesus take it, and he guides. I shoot.
The real reason he gets up early is because there's a good chance I'm going to forget something if I leave any sooner. So what is it that I need? Yeah.
Oh, contacts. Yeah,
That's right.
I want to see
I
today.
see him here. Touchdown, Waldorf.
So one of the things, this is the Gridiron podcast, and it's really based around the Gridiron Club, which we raise money for you guys, whether it's a personal need, something that you're falling short in. But now we're getting to the point where it's stuff, it's equipment. You guys saw the helmet?
Yeah,
So
saw it Sunday.
yeah, on Sunday we had a helmet out that had, we're going to do a military appreciation game here at Waldorf University, and we're going to have the W on one side of the helmet that has stars and stripes. It's a
And not just the W,
It's really cool.
right? Not just the W. I mean,
Well,
it's
no,
the-
yeah, we're
the
and
Iowa.
so, right, and that's something that we're thinking of for you guys. But if you guys had a wish list as current players of stuff, things that that we could raise money for, what would it be, Alex?
I don't even think the stuff I want could even be brought back with money. The old Nike Vapor carbon cleats. You guys remember those? Back in. You guys don't?
No, see, the cleats that Andy and I wore look like high tops. They
did?
probably belong to somebody else.
They did actually. I think I got new ones each year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well,
I probably had yours.
We wear different styles of cleats, and I don't really recognize
well,
them. But
Nike had a set of cleats. I know football players know this. Nike Vapor Carbons that were a dream. They were the best Nike cleat ever, and then Nike stopped making them.
Of course.
So Nike has beef on that note. If you guys could bring that back, it'd be amazing.
Well, we are an all-Nike school here at Waldorf
That's
University.
what I'm saying. So
and
we can get something going.
I think we could make a couple phone calls and be ignored for a long time.
That's what I heard.
We've got a lot of pull,
we'll get
but
Coach
not
Henry
in,
on the phone
Yeah,
there.
about to say Coach Henry will definitely get it done. We got him.
Coach Henry.
Well, you
Yeah.
could try. He's a lot of bark.
You get him on the phone, they'll say, yeah, whatever. Just
Well, absolutely,
Leave me
Coach.
alone.
You just hold your breath and wait. It's in the mail.
play right there.
In the mail.
Absolutely. What about you, Kade? What do you think? What would be cool to see Waldorf University football have at their disposal? Whether it's a piece of equipment, something that we could wear on game day, whatever it happens to be.
That's tough. I mean, I'm pretty content with stuff. I mean, maybe an indoor, but that wouldn't be.
That'd be nice.
I'd be graduated by the time that got built. Our uniform combos I like them. So I mean, probably just an indoor facility, really. But that's a big ask.
Would you settle for maybe a tent, like a large tent, for
Like a circus
just,
tent. Like a secondhand, that we could get for like $600 at a surplus
something.
store or something like that.
Something you and I can make,
Some-
maybe.
yeah.
Well, yeah, my
stitch it
mom
together.
sews,
There we go.
and I'd like to think that she'd listen to this, but highly
She is.
doubtful.
No, she is. Don't
Oh, no,
worry.
well, there's going to be 52 of them.
Oh.
She probably gets pretty tired of me anyway. So
Well, there's a lot of possibilities there and the future for Waldorf and the program and various things at Waldorf University that I think some of those things might occur, but I don't know if that's something that will be able to affect immediately. You gave us two difficult requests: a dome
something out of thin air.
and an expired Nike brand. Yeah. So dang. Well, we'll keep digging.
So-
digging for that.
Kind of back to that a little bit. We've had all sorts of unique combinations this last year. White and purple and all sorts. What was your favorite?
I was a big fan of when we broke out the purple tops with the black bottoms against Mayville. I thought that looked really good.
Yep.
Yeah, the jerseys are a little short, but I mean, I don't.
I heard DQ talking about that.
Yeah, mine about every play you'd see me pulling mine down too.
Yeah,
But-
DQ was telling us on Sunday before the game. One of the guys that was kind of new to the uniform said, "Don't put your hands up above your head to show your belly."
Yeah.
And I guess that's true. Alex, what's your favorite?
What's
What's
shrug your shoulders a little bit for that.
what'd you like?
I like the classic, just black on black.
Yeah.
My favorite. It's simple, but it's
Yeah.
it's good. Like you can never go wrong with black. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
always
right up
fits.
there with the Raiders hat. Back to the
Exactly.
to that.
See?
Yep.
I think that fits the Enter Sandman pretty
true.
well, and her walking locked arms. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
very much so. I get that. Well, the Andy brought up the Gridiron Club, and I hope your folks know whether Mason City or California or Arizona, that if you're a parent of any of our players at the football team, that you're automatically considered a member of the Gridiron Club, which is a group that's meant to support you guys and this program specifically. So that's why we're doing this. Everything that we do here on the podcast, any monetization or any money or funds that are generated from the podcast, all goes to the Gridiron Club. It's 100% fundraising for us, the Gridiron Club, and that goes to you guys. But if folks out there do want to be a member of the Gridiron Club, we've got 7 levels, and we want them to be able to take a look at that. And I guess we'll tell them what that is right now, because I've got it right here, and you can do your read from that.
Yeah, we have those 7 levels for a $100 donation. You're a member of the Gridiron Club at the black level for $250. You're a member at the purple. $500 is a warrior, $750 is all conference, $1,000 is an all-American, $1,500 is a champion, and for a $2,500 donation during the calendar year, you would become Waldorf Gridiron Club Hall of Fame member. Again, the parents of our players are automatically, regardless of any donations. Obviously, we'll take it from anyone, but we're looking anywhere. So if anybody's interested in donating to the Gridiron Club, if you'd like, you can drop a check. We talked about that last week too, because at this point, we don't have a digital means of
It's coming.
It is. It's coming at some point. But old school folks like myself and Troy, we like to write checks. That way.
I brought in a few this week.
Excellent. We are a 501c3, which means that any donations that folks give to the Waldorf Gridiron Club are tax deductible.
That helps.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you do cut a check and drop it in the mail, you can make that to the Waldorf Gridiron Club, P.O. Box 125, Forest City, Iowa, 50436. Or if you have any questions or any suggestions or anything like that, you can always reach us at our email account at waldorfgridironclub@gmail.com. Waldorf Gridiron Club is all one word. And make sure that you go to the Facebook for you older folks that are out there listening, because you guys got Facebook?
Nah, I don't.
I do.
Okay, that's Facebook. Okay, good. You go to the Waldorf Gridiron Club on Facebook, and you're going to find the podcast there. There's a link to it. We're going to be on a lot of different services. I think Troy said that we were on, and I'm going to say this because hopefully somebody's listening to this in their living room. Alexa, play Waldorf Gridiron Club on iHeartRadio.
Yes.
So I just screwed up everybody's, and they're yelling at their Alexa right now, going, "Alexa, cancel!"
Stop saying that. That's right. You can catch us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeart, like Andy mentioned, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM, Podcast Index, and soon, I'm sure, Apple Podcasts will get around to approving their situation whenever they take a little bit longer, as does Google. But we're happy to be all over the place, and we're happy to be on the web. If you're interested in the website, it's the Waldorf Gridiron Club Podcast.buzzsprout.com. So that's another place that you can visit and hear us every week as well. Well, that is a fun couple of interviews. What do we have? Final words?
Well,
words of advice?
I want to hear from these guys. Is there anything that you guys want to say to your fans out there and our fans out there? Well, and when I say our fans, I mean Waldorf football fans. So, you guys got any final words for us?
Just keeping the crowds up. I mean, it's super awesome when you do break out of the zone, like after a big win at home, you can see all the fans standing up and then the tailgate area and stuff. It's a really good feeling that in a town of this size we can have that size of a crowd. So keep up the good work.
I want to ping off of that real quick because it's not just, a lot of, obviously parents travel and they're here to see their kids play, but you're absolutely right. Folks come from all over, small towns here in northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and they want to see great football, and you guys provide that at home and away. So you are definitely building a following the last few years, and that's what the Gridiron Club is, happy to, incite.
Absolutely. I heard a really nice little quip on Sunday during the spring game. A gentleman that's part of the chain gang, we were standing there just visiting real quick while they're kicking field goals, and he turned around and looked at the crowd and said, "Looks like homecoming 10 years ago." So, no, and as funny as we think that might be, that is a testament to what you guys put out as a product on the field on Saturdays. It's got a lot of people excited about Waldorf football. They want to get to know you guys as players. The kids from the high school all the way down to some of those little kids absolutely look up to you guys. You do so many great things. Last Friday, High Five Friday at the elementary school, things like that. There's a ton of excitement, not just in Forest City, but throughout North Iowa, even out into Arizona and California. Alex, what do you got for us? Final words.
Well, just want to say thank you to all the fans, for everybody that comes to the game Saturdays. For a small town, it shows a lot of love. Nice to know that Waldorf football is appreciated and people love coming out. Mm-hmm. Keep it going, and hope you guys know that we're working right now. So we're grinding out this year. So we're hoping to make a splash.
Get that ring.
Yep. Get the ring.
Get that ring.
The expectation, nothing less.
So it's been an absolute pleasure today to visit with Alex Atherton and Kade Kloster-Hodak, and stay tuned. This is this episode drops on Friday. We're going to be dropping them every Friday as long as we possibly can find people. And we've got some good ideas coming up, and we're looking forward to continuing to do this and growing our membership. And I want to thank Mark Newcomb especially here this evening for producing this episode.
Shout out Mark, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
He's
the man.
Best in the business.
It's a hero.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
100%. All right.
Well, thanks, guys. The Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast is hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson. Produced by Sunnyside Farmstead Studios in beautiful rural Forest City, Iowa. Music is by Christian Leo. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is a nonprofit 501c3 organization dedicated to the football student athletes of Waldorf University. Our mission is to assist the program in maintaining the best small college football experience in America.